Hey guys, KB FIFA Gaming here and welcome back to another episode of FIFA 14 Chelsea Career Mode. This is episode 24 and our first duty for the episode is to go away to Swansea and face them in the Premier League. Starting lineup is Petr, Danilo, Terry, Shaw, Van Ginkel, Nemanja Matic, Mohamed Salah, Eden Hazard, Willian and Samuel Eto'o replacing Torres as the striker. So from the first game in the episode, it's raining in Swansea and they have a bad clearance there which finds Mohamed Salah back to Matic, through to Eto'o, and Eto'o breaks through in the 14th minute and Eto'o gets the first goal for us in this game. As you can see, pretty poor defending from Swansea to allow Eto'o to easily just capitalise on Matic's pass through the defence. To see the good hold-up play by Matic, puts the ball aside and straight to Eto'o, and Eto'o buries it with no challenge on him, 1-0 after 14. And half an hour gone in the match, Dyer walking away with the ball. They have a quick free kick here which he passes off to Canas. Not the best touch by Dyer there to find Willian to Eto'o. Eto'o plays to Hazard, who stops in the box and puts it in the back of the net, straight underneath the keeper. And although it was a good shot by Hazard, I really think the keeper should have saved that considering how slow the shot was. I mean, he did stop and fool the defence, but the keeper really should have kept that one out. But nevertheless, we'll have a look at that one again from behind slow motion and pretty close to the keeper, but nevertheless, it is 2-0 after half an hour here at Swansea. And that is half-time. The referee has blown for it. And it is 2-0 at half-time with Eto'o and Hazard scoring the goals for us. And they give us a lead. It was a very tough game today against Swansea. But it wasn't short of any goals. But nevertheless, it was a pretty tough game. As you see, we've only managed 2 shots, which those 2 were scored from. 44 to 56% possession in favour of Swansea. And Swansea completed 91% of the passes. We move back into the second half. An early attack finds Salah, who hammers it, but it is past the post. And we make a double sub here. Lampard and Schürrle coming on for Hazard and Willian in the 70th minute. 10 minutes to go in the game. Schürrle on a break finds Van Ginkel. And he hammers it, but it's straight at Michel Vorm and he saves with ease. 2 minutes to go, Swansea on attack, and they have a shot that is off target, which is one of their first shots at goal in this game, and it comes in the 90th minute. So from there, we look to counter a goal here with Lampard on the ball from very good short passes back to Eto'o, back to Lampard. Lampard fake shots in and hammers it on his left foot. And Lampard scores a goal that came from a counter-attack right back to our box. So box-to-box play there. And Lampard puts it in the back of the net, capping off a great counter-attack from us. And that gives us a 3-0 lead very late in the day today against Swansea. We kick the ball back to Petr and he will clear it. And as he does, the referee will blow for full time and we beat Swansea City 3-0 away from home. Samuel Eto'o in the 14th, Eden Hazard in the 33rd, and Frank Lampard, goal of the game in the 90th minute, maybe even a goal of the season contender. We'll have to wait and see. Great goal by Lampard though to finish off the game. You see the stats there, Swansea did only manage 1 shot while we managed 7, 4 on target. 58 to 42% possession in favour of Swansea, and Swansea completed 92% of their passes, which is very, very impressive considering we only completed 69. Samuel Eto'o picks up the man of the match with a 9.3 rating there. The next game is against Aston Villa, and at first I didn't realise this, but after the game finished, I did that. If we win this game, we secure the Barclays Premier League title. So knowing that now, we get into the game with Van Ginkel playing in Luke Shaw, and Shaw puts it in the back of the net. And for a left back, that is a godly shot. That is a great shot by Luke Shaw to put it past the Aston Villa keeper. I'm not sure if they're playing him, but I think it is Shay Given, or it could be Goose. I think it might be Guzan actually. Guzan in goals for Aston Villa, but we get it past him with Luke Shaw. Half an hour up in the game, Salah, bit of dribbling to get through. Great ball through to Fernando Torres, who dribbles in and hammers it, and it hits the post. Unfortunate there. Comes back out to Azpilicueta, who lays it off to Van Ginkel, and Van Ginkel hammers it, but it does take a deflection through, and I really think the keeper wouldn't have had a lot of trouble with that if it went straight through to him. But from the corner we whip it in, and we find Shah, and Shah headers it into the back of the net, straight past the keeper, and gives us the second goal of the game, and that Premier League title looks likely and more likely that it's coming back to Stamford Bridge this season, as Shah capitalises off a great cross-in and makes it 2-0. You see that Mohamed Salah suffers a bit of an injury, but he will carry on in the game, so that's all good. And as we say that, Lampard adds a third from a great ball through, I think it was from Van Ginkel or Torres, but nevertheless, Lampard was the goal scorer and puts it in the back of the net. See here, I think it was Van Ginkel that put that ball through for Lampard, takes a touch and then hammers it home. 3-0 up against Aston Villa here. Another attack here, but will come to nothing as they break. But Schürrle is not giving up that easily as he tackled him, and Schürrle hammers it, but it's straight at Guzan, and Guzan puts it behind. Great save by Guzan for a corner. We whip in the corner, and we find Shah again, but Shah meets the post this time instead of the back of the net. But he cannot put it back, and Torres commits a foul in the box. And as we say that, the referee does blow for half-time here. And we are in charge at half-time, 3-0 to us at half-time against Aston Villa here, completely dominant. You see, we have had 8 shots, 5 on target, completely dominating Aston Villa here, who's moving to the second. And Willian and Hazard are brought on for Salah and Lampard here, as Gardner comes on for Westwood for Aston Villa. And another sub making place, Samuel Eto'o, coming on for Fernando Torres, who's played a great game today. No goals scored, but solid performance from him. Really not a lot of action in the second half. There's 90th minutes up and Hazard taking down the wing, crosses it in, finds Eto'o, and Eto'o puts it in the back of the net for the 4th goal of the game. Good header by Eto'o, great space for him to be in from the Hazard cross. Very good Hazard cross there. And that just shows why Eto'o is a clinical finisher. Great crossing. And that will wrap up 90 minutes. So we secure the Barclays Premier League title. It's coming back to Stamford Bridge. And very proud of the boys here today that we secure the title. And we do secure it with a fair few games remaining. So it just shows our dominance of the title this year. But what I'd like to see in a future FIFA, maybe FIFA 15, FIFA 16, whenever it comes out, I just want to see it, is when we win a title in career mode, I wish there'd be more of a celebration. I mean, at first it showed that there was a little bit of a celebration with us celebrating everyone running around, but this is, I mean, they're happy that they won it, but it needs to be more like enthusiastic, and maybe even next year getting involved in the crowd. Maybe like as you see here, they are with the trophy, which is a nice touch there, holding up the trophy and celebrating with it. But what I'd like to see in the future is maybe going for a lap around the oval, around the pitch with the trophy and showing all the fans, interacting with the crowd, celebrating. Who knows? I think it'd add a nice touch to career mode and freshen it up a bit. I mean, come on, they've had that celebration where they slide down on the pitch and then get up and clap their hands for like, I think since FIFA 11 now. That's nearly 4 or 5 years that they've been doing that, nearly. And hopefully they can change it next FIFA, just freshen up a bit. But moving on, we are completely dominant in that game. And the last game of the episode is against Tottenham Hotspur, and it is in the FA Cup semi-finals, and it will decide who will make their way back to Wembley in a few weeks to decide the final. So the lineup is Cech, Danilo, Terry, Shah, Cole rather than Shaw, sorry. Lampard and Matic in midfield. Salah, Hazard wheeling the attacking midfielders and Torres as striker. Getting straight into the game, few good passes around the back and midfield, just keeping possession, trying to move forward when we see an opportunity. Cole to match it, matches with the good ball to Hazard. Hazard fakes shots, plays a 1-2 with Torres, gets the ball back, and Hazard scores, puts it underneath Hugo Lloris, and gives us the 1-0 lead in the FA Cup semi-final here with Hazard's 15th goal in all competitions. Great pass up play there, just waiting for an opportunity, and when there was, we seized it and we are 1-0 up here against Hotspur in the FA Cup semi-final. They look to capitalise on an error made by us, but they can't as Soldado is tackled, but the ball falls to Chadley, who hits it well, but it is saved by Petr. Good save by Cech as he puts it behind. And Eriksson will whip in the corner for Tottenham here. As he does, he can't find Kabul, but he finds Shah for us, and Willian will clear that to Torres. Later on in the game, just coming up to the 40-minute mark, Soldado is fouled, and the referee does not play advantage. Goes for the pocket, but does not produce a card as he gives Terry a warning. Paulinho over the free kick, whips it in, finds Soldado, heads it down, and finds Chadley, who bulldozes his way through the defence and hammers it straight past Petr from close range. And that says it's Chadley's 19th goal in all competitions, so he must be absolutely dominating the Premier League, FA Cup, and I think Spurs in the Europa League as well. So he must be dominating those competitions for Spurs, but they equalise 1-1 after 40 minutes here. A few minutes later, Salah through to Torres, back to Salah, who cuts in, and Salah shoots it, and it is centimetres wide of the far post there, just missing out and putting it in. One more attack here before half time, but Torres cannot reach that, and they do clear. And as he does clear the ball, the referee calls for half time in the semi-final in the FA Cup, and it is 1-1 at half time. Hazard and Chadley with the goals, and you can see from the stats there, pretty even in shooting opportunities. 3 shots to on target for us, 2 shots to on target for Spurs. Possession 57 for us, 43 for Spurs. We move into the second half. Salah making a run through, fake shots his way through, shoots it on his right foot. Unfortunately, it is his weaker foot, and he cannot put it in. Kabul dribbling around the box, which is not a very good decision, but he does get the ball away. And they're attacking with Lamela, who puts it in, but he doesn't find anyone, but he finds Eriksson. And Eriksson just puts it past the post. Lucky for us, unlucky for him. But Hazard capitalises on a mistake to find Lampard, who gets past Sandro, and Lampard hits it on his left, and it forces Lloris to get down and put that behind for a corner there. Hazard over the corner, whips it in, looks to find John Terry, and he does, but it is saved, and the rebound falls to Shah, but he cannot put it in the back of the net, unfortunately, from close range. And Tottenham do clear here. Moving on, Lamela puts Rose through, and Rose whips it in to find Soldado. And he misses the post, and he misses Cech. As you see, they're both Cech and Cole dive to try to save that, and they both miss both of them. We make a triple sub here. Van Ginkel, Cheryl, and Eto'o coming on to try to add a bit of fresh legs into the lineup and score another goal to put us into the final. Sherla has played down the wing, a good work to keep that in, and whips it in to find no one but the opposition. The ball falls to Hazard, but Hazard's shot is pretty poor, and it does go flying over the crossbar. 90 minutes all up here, and the referee calls for full time, so it will go to extra time to decide who will go through to the FA Cup final in a few weeks' time, again back at Wembley. No change to the score from half time, full time all up. 7 shots, 5 on target for us, 4 shots, 2 on target for Spurs. We managed to keep possession down 51 to 49, evening out a bit. We come back into extra time here. Spurs to kick off with Paulinho and Soldado. Spurs, questionable tackle there, but we get the ball off him, and Hazard plays through Eto'o, and just watch this. What the hell happened there? Eto'o just flies backwards, and that is terrible gameplay there. I don't know what happened, but that could have potentially stolen us a place in the FA Cup final, and that is just disgraceful. That does come to that outcome. But Van Ginkel's trying to make sure that he puts us through, but Lloris does save that ambitious effort there from Van Ginkel. And as he does, it is half time of extra time here. No change to the scoreline. It remains 1-1. You see the players walking off here, all looking a bit disappointed that they're not already succeeded their way through to the FA Cup final. Last shot of Lloris before we have another look at the stats. Not much change, just 8 shots, 6 on target, 4 shots, 2 on target. Not a lot of change. Possession still pretty even, 50-50. Can we get a goal in the last 15 minutes here? Let's see. Last chance of the game, 120 minutes all up. And we cannot get through, and that is game up. But there is one more thing to do in the game, and that is penalty shootout. That's right, the semi-final, the FA Cup, will be decided by penalties. And will it be Tottenham Hotspur going through, or will it be our team, Chelsea, going through to the final? Let's have a look and just wait and see what the penalty shootout has to offer for us as we have a look at the in-game stats. Not a lot of change at all. Spurs have already put down their penalty takers, so let's make ours, as Lampard is the best penalty taker in the team, on par with Hazard and Eto'o, all in 85. And we're just changing up the order here, putting the higher rated penalty takers as well as their finishing attributes up higher, just to add the bit more of succeeding in the top order. Lampard to take the first one, but Soldado for the game, and he shoots it. And Soldado scores. Check goes the wrong way. Spurs are 1-0 up. We need a score this here. Lampard, trusty penalty taker. And he misses. Lampard hit it straight at Lloris, and Lloris has saved it. And we need to save this here. Otherwise, going 2-0 down is bad. But Check reads that, and you can see him coming from a chip from a mile away. Bad footwork, and we save that. We need to put this in the back of the net to cancel out Spurs' advantage. Samuel Eto'o steps up, and Eto'o calmly puts it past Lloris into the bottom corner of the net. Great goal by Eto'o. Lamela steps up for Spurs. Lamela on the left foot hits the post and goes in. Check to the wrong way again. Hazard steps up for us, and Hazard scores. Great penalty by Hazard, just under the crossbar into the top of the net. Great goal. Paulinho for Spurs steps up and scores. Check again, diving to the wrong way. Next penalty taker is Andre Schürrle. Quick penalty, and he puts it past Lloris. Lloris diving for the wrong way there. Next up, Jan Vertonghen for Spurs, and he hammers it over the bar. And we have an opportunity to win the penalty shootout here and go back to Wembley in a few weeks for the FA Cup final. Fabian Schär, the young Switzerland centre-back. Can he put us through to the FA Cup final? Yes, he can. Fabian Schär, perfect penalty, straight past Hugo Lloris. And he puts us through to the FA Cup final as we celebrate there. All the Chelsea boys coming in for a massive celebration, and we are through to Wembley's FA Cup final in a few weeks. 4-3 victory over there in the penalty shootout over Tottenham Hotspur, with Fernando Torres 7.6 man of the match. And we move on here, and we do see that the other semi-final ended Arsenal 2, Manchester City 1. So in the FA Cup final, it will be Arsenal against Chelsea, North London against West London, the Reds against the Blues, who will come away with a win. I have to stay tuned in and see when that episode does air in a few weeks maybe. But moving on, that is the end of the episode. Next game will be against Liverpool in the Premier League. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you next time.